Hey everyone. So for those of you who don't know, this is my mare Rose. Some of you may have seen posts with her on the Facebook page, but she is my 25-year-old North American spotted draft mare. Now she's exactly 15 hands. Why she's not taller, I will never know, but I'm not complaining because I like the short, round, fluffy variety. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Candace Barnhart Johnson. I am your TA for the KTape course. So what I'm here to do in this video and in subsequent videos and posts, good girl Rose, is to follow the progress of Rosie using KTape. Now, I haven't taped her yet before, and the reason is because Rose usually has a much longer coat. She has Cushings, and she's usually body clipped. Although this winter we did not body clip her because she didn't need to be. Although now recently here in Ohio we have 75 and 80 degree weather, and she was becoming miserable, which also gave me the perfect opportunity to start taping her. So what I'm going to do in this video is give you a little bit of a demonstration on the way that Rose moves right now. Now, she has arthritis in her back, in her sacrum, in her hocks. She has ringbone in her front left pastern from an injury. Front right pastern from an injury. And she has a fibroid in her semitendinosus muscle and those general muscle groups in the back of her haunch on her right hind. It can severely limit her flexibility, so you'll be able to see a lot of that stiffness. Now, we've had a lot of electrical storms lately, so Rose has been in the barn for 2 days. She's absolutely thrilled about being in the barn. She hates being in the barn. She's usually turned out 24/7 on our paddock track system, and if you're interested in that, I would love to talk to you about it. But for right now, I'm going to see if I can get her off of the mounting block and out to show you a little bit of her movement before I start taping her. But my plan, my main plan for this is to treat it like a series and to give you guys kind of like a constant commentary on her progress and how KTape is helping her. And hopefully we can start to see some improvement. You know, hopefully, I'm sure we will, but it'll be interesting to see just how much improvement we can start seeing. So in general, if you're wondering why she's standing on the mounting block, it's because I've taught her, that the mounting block is a fun place, and she gets treats, she gets scratches, she gets massages and rubs and all kinds of good stuff standing at the mounting block. But one of the best benefits for her is that when she stands up there, she can release her back, especially the area of her back right behind her wither. So if you can see it, Rose has a pretty good dip. Now, that is not conformational, that is postural. Rose used to have the most beautiful straight back. And she's developed this dip over the years because of lack of fitness. Come on, Ro. Good girl. She's developed this dip because of lack of fitness and also because of poor muscle tone and health. Come on, babe. Due to her Cushings. So if she's kept fit, it gets better. When she is not fit, it gets worse. Just like humans if you have bad posture. So if you can see, obviously, she's got kind of a stiff, stilted kind of trot. Come on, babe. Now that right hind, I need you to go this way. Thank you. That right hind typically is a lot shorter in stride than the left hind because of the fibroid, because of that injury. Come on, babe. Good girl. So she can trot, and she can work out of it. but today, because she's been in for so long lately, she's very stiff. Come on, hon. So she's very, very stiff, very stilted. Her head's very high. She's very tight, very, very tight through the trapezius muscles, loin muscles. Good girl. But as you can see, she's willing to trot, but her trot is not very good. I'll see if I can get her to canter on this side without making you guys dizzy. Come on, Ro. Good girl. So yes, very, very tight, not really wanting to maintain the canter, and I don't blame her because she's uncomfortable. Ro, whoa. Good girl. Let's see if I can switch hands without making you guys dizzy. All right, Ro. Good girl. This way. So this side, she's usually a little bit better. Good girl. Her canter's a lot better on this side. And from time to time, Rose gets very sore through her back, especially her lumbar and sacrum area. So if you can see, she doesn't have a whole lot of elevation. It's very hard for her to pick up her front end. Come on, babe. Canter. Canter. Rosie, there you go. Good girl. Good girl, easy woo. So, I'm not going to ask her to keep cantering, obviously, because she's uncomfortable. And it's hard for her. But, good girl. I would call Rose serviceably sound. She is usually sound enough to enjoy everything that we typically do. She does have sore days. She does have off days. As long as she's kept fit and as long as I keep up with things that I use for management for her, like Back on Track and certain supplements that help with inflammation, she is usually a happy camper, unless she is in the barn. And that's when she gets really stiff because her body gets tight. So, what my plan is, good girl, keep going. My plan here is to tape her back for pain and support. We're going to tape the full length of her back, paying special attention to the lowest area of her back, if she'll allow me to let you see it. Hang on, Ro. Good girl, you're tracking. Anyway, so we're going to tape that lowest area of her back, take special attention, make special attention to that, and to her sacrum. Now, I would love to just tape her everywhere, but sometimes less is more, and we can revisit other areas that would be more helpful for her. So areas that would be helpful for her in particular would be her entire, everything around her haunches would be helpful. Taping her hocks would be helpful. Even taping her abdominal muscles would be fantastic for her posture. But today we're going to focus on her back. And so I'm going to go tape her. I would love to be able to show you guys the process, but I am the only one in the barn right now. So we're going to leave that for another time. And then I'm going to let her back out here and see if we can see any improvement.